Right, I'll be underway in a couple of minutes, guys. Just waiting for Andy Patchett. So get onto the chat. We'll be asking if there's any questions that you want to ask either of them. We've got a few questions set out already. See how we go from there.
Is that set just right?
Should be, yeah, you might have to bring a bit
Is it a question and answer session? Look like they can tune in and ask. Really? Better give me more then.
Falling.
What, my belly? All right, Paul. Like a full sheet, no?
Right then, how we doing, guys? You all right?
Good evening.
All right, so this is the big match for the 5th of January. 12 o'clock kick-off. Race to 30. All good. I think you all know Andy from Halifax.
Yep.
And Mr. Appleton from Pontefract.
Originally, yeah.
Originally,
Yep.
yeah. Bit of an age difference here, like, but... Right,
Can't beat experience.
Just going about this now. Have you practiced at all for this match? Have you?
Yeah, put plenty of hours in, really. Always do, really. I think before you play any game, potting balls, you know,
potting away,
just to train your mind a little bit better.
Yeah. What about you? I'm going to call it Team Patchett and Team Dog because it's going to get confusing.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Andy and Andy. So, do you do any practice drills, or do you just knock balls about? Do you just practice with players, or do you have any?
Sometimes maybe throw a few drills in, but mainly just frame practice. Maybe if that's a good break a little bit, so it can be a downside of my game, but it's coming together now, and hopefully I'll be showing it.
Hopefully, or pro player and all this. Since
Junior, World Championship for the team, semi-finalist, singles. Played a lot of money matches as well, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot more than I've lost. I feel like the money scene's where I want to be at the moment, and we keep going and keep progressing.
You always seem to do well in money matches.
Yeah, it's long form. I like playing longer games. I seem to come alive at the end of the game. People can't really have me when I'm on form.
Absolutely. Well, that's hopefully what you're going to bring. And what about these younger players than Andy? A lot of attacking now, a lot of attacking, you know.
I think they are. I think as like different eras, it's like track records, world records get broken when the standards get better. Similar to like snooker in the 80s when it was Davis and White, and look at the Ronnie O'Sullivans of today now. Standards don't get better. But I think with pool it's a little bit more of a leveller. You don't have to stand right, you don't have to do the routines right, the pre-shot routines, you can get away with a lot on a pool table. But yeah, I think you have to respect whichever player.
On another level, in my opinion, is Mick.
Yeah, well, he's shown it, hasn't he? He's one of you, he's one of you. Are you gonna, would you put this up there in one of your top matches? you think that you've played before, you know, money match wise, not so much tournament?
I think Andy's probably a little bit under the radar. I know his ability. I mean, we've been good mates a long time, and I know his ability. And regardless what anybody says, I've got to come and do a job. And as I just said, I won't be playing Andy, I'll be playing the table. I've got one or two tricks up my sleeve that I can play at, and I believe I've got a very good A, B and C game. And if I'm not on my A game, I believe that my B game will do it on what I know of the pattern play and the safety game. Yep. And I think that's what you've got to do at Bull. A race to 30, it's going to be a long game. You've got to be able to mix it up. And I'll play to my strengths. If it's not there, I know when to not go for it. I know what shot to play to stop him from going for it, stop him getting it. Whereas you see me in practice and little tournaments, and then don't always play my best. You see a different player on Saturday, I'll guarantee you.
Good. Now mentally, Patchett, you've always been a little bit strong-headed with pulling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know I've been at Dolphin when you got to the quarter-finals and you lost the frame and your cue ended up in 4 bits.
Yeah. Tournaments, as Andy said.
It's tough in tournaments.
Have you worked on that? Have you worked on that? You know, have you tried to calm down a bit?
To be fair, with my money games, I never ever show any emotion really. I just get on with the job in hand, get it done as best I can.
Don't give an
Sometimes it goes
advantage
your
to
way
a
as well,
player.
you know what I mean? You can't show anything. You just got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, as I said, mentioned on before, been a while since you've had a big money match. Have you got any?
My last match I played, Adam Myerscroft, it's like he was out of his depth. But he did get results against Farnsworth in the tournament and done well against Papa Webb. But when he came here, it's the same old story. A little bit to-in and fro-in, then the old dog kicked in and just run away.
Do you have any nerves nowadays?
I think you've got to have
around.
nerves. Yeah, I think you've got.
I
think the guy that says he hasn't got any nerves is telling you lies. It's sometimes people buzz off adrenaline, and that comes with your nerves. And I think a lot of matches in tournaments, especially, it's vital how you set off. A long race to 30, you just got to stay focused. Like you said, don't show any weakness, don't show any emotions. Just get on with it.
So Andy, Team Patchett, you're the one that called the dog out.
Yeah.
Was there any reason behind that? And I know at the beginning you offered him a 3-4 start, which soon got scrapped on the head.
That would have been nice.
I don't know if that was drink or...
Maybe I did that to get the game, but...
Yeah. Was there any
weren't
reason
drinking,
behind
no
it?
drinking.
Time to up your game, you thought? You just...
To be honest, I can't see me losing. To be fair, can't see me losing. That's why I asked for the game. That's why I offered the start. He's offered to play levels. We'll play levels. Did say we weren't going to play levels. The game won't happen, which it wouldn't have done. But yeah, I say we'll see Saturday.
I know you said to me a couple of times. I know it's gone round a bit now. You've told a few that it's going to be a 10-frame advantage to yourself.
He might scrape to 20.
30-20? 30-20?
Good luck.
I'm not playing you.
I think he'll do well if he gets to 20. But I'll guarantee you that that scoreline won't be correct.
This is going back a bit, Andy, but in 2008, you did a little bit of an interview, a bit like this, and I don't know if you remember it, but you actually said that when you play pool, you have to go through some sort of apprenticeship. To start of.
Today, actually.
Yeah. Did you? Right. To sort of. So you know what's coming now then?
Yeah.
Is like this Andy's apprenticeship.
I think he's going to learn a valuable lesson on Saturday. It's going to cost him a few quid. Like Andy said, he can't see himself losing, but I'm in the best shape of my life on money and lost a few pounds, but I won't be losing any pounds on Saturday. No, I'm ready, more than ready. And to be honest with you, I've given this game a lot of respect, and I've done the work, and I've obviously watched Andy in practice, I've watched him in tournaments, I've watched the videos of his previous matches. Well, my job's done, I'm just going to turn up and do what I do.
Right, yeah, good. So, when you sort of like playing pool, is there anything that you specifically think about when you're down on a shot? You know, have you got all that planned out before you get down on your shot? Is there any routine or anything that you go through?
Well, it's just really your normal routine that you work out. I work from black ball backwards, look where I want my last ball, work forward then, take my finish out. Crowd, get them out of your head. They don't need to be there, they're just watching, they're just spectators, giving it the big end. They say what they want, zone out, just play me pool.
Are you an object ball when you're taking a shot? Are you an object ball viewer or a cue ball viewer when you're
A lot
striking
of
the
people
ball?
ask me that, and I don't really know.
Is it a flip between the
Maybe
two?
I'm a bit of both. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't really pinpoint
What do you do, Andy? Are you object ball?
Yeah,
Or?
object ball all day long for me. Like I say, if you were crossing a road and you won't look what you're going to go in or what you're going to reach, somebody's going to reach you.
You've got to look where you're
I
standing.
know
though.
people float between shots, and that's a bad thing to have. I know it is cue ball, object ball, but object ball all day long for me. Like.
So this is going to be a long race, potentially 59 frames. You know, obviously you don't think it's going to be that, but potentially 59 frames. Really long race is that. Anything to keep sort of touching back on the mental bit again. Anything to keep yourself focused. You know.
Is there anything to keep me focused?
Yeah. You know, what do you do to sort of? You know, it's a long. Potentially it could be a 6-hour. You know.
I've played 6-hour matches before. It kind of comes natural to me. It's in my blood to play pool. I'm here for them all. If it goes on 8 hours, 10 hours, I'm not bothered. As long as I get to that one in line first, that's what I'm here to do.
So you've got a bit of the younger side as well. So how would you get on it? You know, it's
Doesn't bother me really. Like you've seen me over the last couple of months really. This last couple of weeks I've played some great players, races to 30, and I've smashed them. I just beat them, I've absolutely smashed them. And then both of the players turned around and said to me, "You're going to take some beating." My mind's tuned in, I'm ready, and I can say it, and everybody else can have the opinions. I cannot hit a ball as good as I'm hitting a ball at the moment.
So sort of like leads on. What do you think your weakest part of your game is? Or have you got one? You know, it's you said before, a lot of people don't think that you have safety, but you say that you have. You know?
I don't really think I have a weak part of my game. I just choose not to use a certain part of my game if I don't have to. If I don't have to use my safety game, I won't. That's because I'm too busy taking clearances out. I'm too busy potting them from anywhere not to. Weaknesses, I don't think I've got any weaknesses. Just like I say, I choose not to use my safety side as much because 9 times out of 10, I don't really need to. I'm too busy clearing balls up.
Absolutely.
You won't be able to clear them when you can't see them.
There you go.
You won't be able to clear them when you can't see them. Like,
You've got a weak side to your game, do you
the
think?
race to 30, like, there's no man in that walks this world that's going to take finish after finish after finish in a race to 30. It's going to be swings and roundabouts, and the time's going to come where you have to pull back. It's knowing what shot to play at that point, and I think I'm far superior in that department.
Okay, the big question. Before it's even mentioned, would there be any rematch for this? You know, if you win or you win, would there be
Yeah,
a rematch?
I mean, end of the day, we haven't spoke about a rematch, but I think out of courtesy, if I were to win and yes, for the rematch at his venue, I would go to his venue. We'll leave that down to the player that gets beat, I suppose. If they want a match, then it's there.
Yeah, I think we'll speak about that after the match.
Yeah. I think the main thing is get through Saturday. Like I say, I fetch him a nice fresh pillow and a cushion to sit on and a box of Kleenex. Just to mop up at the end of it, because that's the only time we'll be mopping up.
So we'll go to a bit of YouTube here. There's a question for Patchett. Apparently, what are you spending your winnings on?
Well, don't know. Mrs. wanting a holiday for her birthday. I think she should get spoiled, to be fair. She's done a lot for me, so.
Oh, they're all coming in for Patchett here. Another one from Tyler Nicholson. Says, how easy is this game for you? Is it the biggest one yet?
It's definitely my biggest game. I'm not going to say it's my easiest game because I know Andy can play. He's going to give me a game on the day. I'm just going to do what I've got to do. I'm bringing that 10k home.
Okay, we've got can we ask both players from Paul Bamford, what is the largest pots that they have played for in the past?
I had a 25 grand pot a lot of years ago. It was Old Rules EPA, and a good friend of mine, Steve Webster, and it actually went to the wire 10-9. I raced a 10 for that kind of money a lot of years ago, but games lasted a lot longer than they do now. And I think that's where like the safety comes in, because like the patterns are easy. You can look at the table, like Andy says, he works from the black backwards. We all know the scripts. You get a bad ball, you get it out early, but you can see the pattern straight away. The advanced players, they're lining the black up, to be fair. Right. That's where the money shot, isn't it? Yeah. So 25 grand pot. But I've played a lots of 10 grand, 15 grand pots over the years.
Right.
I think mine's only about 4.5 grand. This is definitely the biggest pot I've played for. Played a lad where at the time, a few years ago, we were pretty out of my depth, to be honest. Realised that after.
You will do on Saturday. I'll fetch you some armbands so you stay afloat.
So there isn't any more questions apart from Paul Hopkins. I don't know which Andy he's referring to, but can Andy change his name to the Poodle?
The Poodle.
So I presume that's sort of
Yeah.
aimed at you with the dog.
He's barking mad, he's the Poodle.
Getting retired.
So that's all from me, guys.
Yeah.
Is there any questions that you want to ask each other? And
I'm good for
I just hope he turns up on time.
that, you know that'll never
He's
happen.
never on, he's
You
never
know
on
that-
time.
You know that'll never happen.
He's never on time.
Selection.
No, I think all in all, great set of lads his way. His backers are great. Andy's a good lad, and I think it'll be played in the best spirit that we can play in. We're friends off the table, but we know when we play the match, we're not going to be friends on the bays. But I'm pretty sure after the match, we'll be as good as friends after the match as we are before.
Well, I hope both of you turn up, because I know Team Patchett, great player. Team Dog, great
I
player.
hope he turns up on some money.
So I'm sure tune in, guys, because it's going to be a cracker. If they both turn up and heads are clear, I think it's going to be an absolute fantastic day. And I can't personally wait, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. So good luck to you, Andy.
Looking forward
good
to it.
luck.
Have a great game. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Okay, we'll get back to MMTV now for the live stream.
Thank you.
So